The mark of the beast. That's a word that we hear for those of us who like to study end times. But what is it? What will it be? Will I be forced to take it? Can I unknowingly take it? Like, do I have to worry it's in a vaccination or if it's, on a tattoo? What do I need to be concerned about? Join us today and we'll tell you exactly what it's going to be. All right, today let's talk about the mark of the beast. This is something that the Bible talks about, and this will happen during the end times, which begs the question for a lot of people, especially since COVID, could the mark of the beast be a vaccination? Is it like a computer chip? Is it a tattoo? Can I get tricked into taking it? Can I be forced into taking it? And what we see, especially on YouTube or a lot of places online, is that misinformation about this is rampant. And if we don't know the Bible, we won't have the right information. So let's go to the true source, the Bible, and see what it actually has to say about it. Now, so if you don't believe the Bible, you might want to rethink that. Because the Bible is the only book that God has taken credit for authoring. And over 2,000 times he told us events in the Bible that would happen before they actually did. And each event came to fruition just like God had said. So everything about the mark of the beast we know will come true because this is an event that God told us will happen. And he has a perfect track record. So let's talk about what this mark of the beast will be. First, know this: there's going to be a time on planet Earth when life as we know it is not going to be like it is today. Someone called the Antichrist will rise up, most likely from the Middle East. Most of this will probably be going on, it will be Israel-centric, so it'll probably be mostly around the Middle East. But he will come on the scene, and we read in Daniel 7 that he will come on the scene and make some sort of a 7-year treaty with Israel. A lot of people believe the Antichrist will come from Turkey. That makes total sense to me. But this 7-year treaty probably will have something to do with protection. Hey, like Israel will protect you, okay? But halfway through this 7-year period, the Antichrist will break the treaty, and things are going to go really bad from there. Now, along with the Antichrist, we are introduced to his sidekick. He's called the false prophet. The false prophet will be very nice and persuasive, and he's going to preach, and he's going to deceive so many people. But know this, both the Antichrist and the false prophet will be empowered by Satan himself. So the false prophet's job will be to force everyone to follow and worship the Antichrist. And he does this by trying to show how that he really, really is like God himself, okay? He does things like heal people. He raises people from the dead. He'll do things like turning water into wine, okay? Anything to make people think the Antichrist is really the Savior. But if you're a follower of Jesus, you have to decide if your faith in Jesus is real. Because if it is, then you will refuse to bow down to and worship anything or anyone other than Jesus himself. So look at what the false prophet does to try to get people to worship him. Verse 16 says this: he also forced everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on his right hand or his forehead. This is what we would call the mark of the beast, so that no one could buy or sell unless he has the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. This calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is man's number. His number is 666. So this is what we know about the mark of the beast. You will be forced to take this mark if you want to buy something. If you want to buy food or gas, then you're going to be like, oh, I'm hungry. I need to take this mark. But this mark is not really about buying or selling. Here's what it's about. It's about who you follow and worship. As followers of Jesus, you'll have read the Bible, you'll understand this, and there is a line in the sand when it comes to this mark of the beast. If you take the mark, you will knowingly know that you are bowing down to the Antichrist. And if you do that, God says you're not his child. You are not one of his. The mark of the beast is not something that can accidentally happen to you. It will be a choice. It will be a literal choice. You cannot be given, you can't be like, oh, oops, I just got this, or oops, I got the vaccination and the mark was in it. It won't be anything like that. You will have to choose to take it or not. And what that means is you are choosing Jesus or the Antichrist. This mark will prove who you follow. I'm going to put a link below for a longer lesson that we talk about this. If you want to know more about this, you can go to womensbiblestudy.com. Under our question and answer series, I do a longer version of this, but we do a lot of end time stuff on our website. So you can learn more about end times and the mark of the beast and the rapture and the Antichrist and all that if you go there. So hope this helps today. Have a good day.